Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Today, we're talking about the new Apple AirPods 4. These are not just another pair of wireless earbuds. They come with active noise cancellation and offer a mix of features from both the AirPods 3 and the AirPods Pro 2, but how do they really perform? And more importantly, are they worth your money? Let's find out. The most noticeable difference between the AirPods 4 and the AirPods Pro 2 is the design. The Pro 2 has silicone tips that go inside your ear canal, creating a tight seal. This helps block outside noise and gives a more focused sound. But many people find in-ear designs uncomfortable. That's where the AirPods 4 come in. They rest outside the ear canal and direct sound into your ears. This design feels more natural and is better for people who don't like something stuck deep in their ears. However, it also means you'll hear more noise from your surroundings, and the sound quality can be harder to control. Apple gave the AirPods 4 an IP54 rating, meaning they are water and dust resistant. That's good news if you want to wear them while working out or in light rain. The shape has also been improved from the AirPods 3. It's more comfortable and fits better for most people. I didn't realize how uncomfortable the AirPods 3 were until I wore the AirPods 4. The AirPods 3 had a rounder shape that pressed into the side of my ear. The AirPods 4 have a flatter shape that feels more relaxed and natural. Still, they don't stay in place perfectly. I found myself adjusting them often while doing simple things like walking or washing my hands. Sometimes they even fall out. Sitting still is fine, but any movement can make them shift. That might be a deal breaker if you move around a lot while listening. The controls on the AirPods 4 are also different. You only get pinch gestures, not swipe gestures like on the Pro 2. That's a small but noticeable downgrade. However, you can still use head gestures to accept or reject calls, which is a nice feature. One thing to note is that the AirPods 4 use optical sensors instead of skin detection. That means they can sometimes think they're in your ears when they're actually in your pocket or on a table, which can cause music to play by accident. The case is one of the smallest Apple has ever made. It looks cute and is very pocket-friendly. But it doesn't support MagSafe, so you can't snap it onto those magnetic chargers. You can still wirelessly charge it, and thankfully Apple has finally added USB-C charging. But there's no lanyard loop, so if you like attaching your case to your bag or keychain, you'll need a separate accessory. Battery life is where the AirPods 4 fall short. With ANC on, you get only 4 hours on a single charge and 20 hours total with the case. That's below average, especially for people who travel. Turning off ANC gives you 1 more hour, and the case can offer up to 30 hours in that mode. But still, that's not enough for a full day of use. In comparison, the AirPods Pro 2 offer up to 6 hours per charge. This makes the AirPods 4 less ideal for long trips or flights. On the bright side, Bluetooth 5.3 gives a fast and stable connection. Pairing is quick, and the Find My feature helps you locate the earbuds if you misplace them. However, unlike the AirPods Pro 2, which use ultra-wideband for precise tracking, the AirPods 4 rely on Bluetooth signal strength. That means you only get a general idea of where they are and not pinpoint accuracy. A small but fun detail is that the Find My interface uses a blue theme for the AirPods 4 and green for the AirPods Pro 2, which is the opposite of Apple's iMessage colors. Microphone quality is decent but not outstanding. In quiet places, calls sound clear. But in noisy environments like cafes or windy streets, background noise can leak through. Compared to the AirPods 3 and Pro 2, the AirPods 4 are somewhere in the middle. They're not bad, but not the best. Either, I was very skeptical when I heard Apple added ANC to an open-ear design. I thought it would be as bad as the Galaxy Buds Live, which had poor noise canceling. But the AirPods 4 actually surprised me. The ANC works better than expected. It's not as strong as the Pro 2, but it does reduce a good amount of background noise, especially in the mid-range. High-pitched sounds still come through, and the performance depends heavily on fit. If the earbuds shift even a little, the ANC becomes less effective. I also noticed a fluttering effect while walking, like the earbuds were trying to adjust the noise canceling in real time. Even small movements like raising my eyebrows affected the seal and changed the sound. That can be distracting for some users. There's also a transparency mode. At first, I thought it was useless on an open design, but it does add some high-end sound back in, which can make voices and background noise sound more natural. This mode is most useful during conversations when it activates automatically. Now, let's talk about audio quality. I was again surprised here. The AirPods 4 sound really good for an outer ear design. There's a solid amount of bass, forward mids, and smooth highs. It's not the best sound in the world, but better than most open designs and even better than some in-ear options. The AirPods 3 have a brighter tone, which I personally like more. The Pro 2, oddly enough, sound darker and a little less lively. So, depending on your taste. The AirPods 4 might sound better to you than even the higher-end models. The biggest advantage over the AirPods 3 is the noise cancellation. Without ANC, you tend to turn the volume up in noisy areas, and that can lead to hearing damage. Apple's push for hearing health is great, and ANC helps make the experience safer and more enjoyable. So, should you get the AirPods 4? If you prefer outer ear designs and are already in the Apple ecosystem, they're a strong option. The sound is great, ANC works better than expected, and they're comfortable for short sessions. But the short battery life and lack of precise Find My tracking might be problems for some people. For travel, I still prefer the AirPods Pro 2. They last longer, block more noise, and fit better. But if comfort and casual listening are more important to you, the AirPods 4 might be just what you're looking for. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to try the AirPods 4? Or is there another pair you prefer? You'll find links to buy both the AirPods 4 and AirPods Pro 2 in the description. For more reviews like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching Spec Hunter.